WWC. What's going on, everybody? Oh, it has been a day, everybody. I hope you had a wonderful Monday. Because today has been quite the day over here, UB. So, welcome in. Tonight is a subject I actually had not planned on talking about. Well, I shouldn't say that, right? Migration we were going to talk about, but I didn't really plan on talking about necessarily our server today and how things are breaking down. But I think, oh man, I think we have to. So, hey, what up, bootlegger? Woo! For the children, what's going on? Let's have you in. Talk? I'll say talk. How about that? Hey, yo, how are you? Have you in? By the way, I don't know what's going to happen with the tactic cards, but I didn't open them today, so thought maybe I get lucky and get the luck of doing it on live and get a core. But no, not to be had. Not to be had. Hey Eric, how are you? Good to have you in. Ray, good to have you in. Panther, dude, brother, dude, what's up? So I might. So let me get. I'm gonna get to server transfers in a minute. Let me just get to something from the season. I'll get that out of the way. And then we could talk about this enormous migration conversation. Okay, so when the season was going on, we talked about season 5 and everybody getting together ultimately with, our season, which we had 190, who knew 171, all that good stuff. So 190 always, listen, ALV at the end of the day was going to team up with 171. And as I've told the story about that from the server 190, FFs for the season, nothing but respect. Like incredibly kind, no real shit talking on World Chat, no bragging, no nonsense. Like show up, fight, do their stuff, tight with their server, and move on. And they ended up, I think, second place awards. Good folks over there with FF. It is what it is. So in the in part of that alliance was server 90, and when we were talking about all of this online, we saw what was happening early on with 90 down in the bottom right corner of the map, and they were getting busted up by 190 along the wall, and so they reached out to me earlier, like the week 2 or week 3 of that time period, and said that 190 was a pain in their ass. So they had said that. And so then all of a sudden they ended up fighting us. And with 190, they became, pals and chums with 190 and got great rewards off of it from from just having to move up the map and team up with them. So naturally, it was like, well, you can't beat them, join them. So you just ended up joining 190, came up and, did their deed. So, in all fairness, 190 server 90, somebody from server 90 reached out to me to clarify some of the information. So to be full open book here and tell the open story that I think took place was that Oh yeah, they already. It is what it is, Panther. It doesn't bother me. I just tell the truth of what the story or what they wanted the story to represent. Apparently, Hulk has been awful to their server, or some of the people in their server in the past, nasty, and they consider toxic. He had made some kind of comment or whatever they were using for poster board material about how it was said to do what Hulk said, or else he was going to burn their alliance, or do what the server wanted, the server president, whatever, maybe TGO or somebody like that, or else he's going to burn all of them down. Does not. I did not see any of that wording. I didn't see the language. I don't really need to. It seems about right. It seems about something that would have been said. I think it was very open prior to going into season that prior seasons there was a bunch of deals made from seasons, and going in there was going to be no deals to be had, and there was just going to be fighting for this season. So that was pretty much an open book. That was an open book from Hulk. That's what took place. And so the fact he would tell anybody or everybody that he was going to burn them, or if they didn't do what didn't do what the server president said, or anything like that, it's completely believable. So it seems like something that would have occurred. So apparently, Server 90 was hated Hulk, hated it, from the past, from the present, all the things that had transpired, and they wanted to make their way up to make a deal because they just wanted to fight 71, and they just wanted to fight Hulk and FSX and whatever else that good stuff is. So that's what they did. So I think they wanted to clear, they didn't make a deal to stop being burned. They made a deal to come burn Hulk. That's really what the clarification sounded like to me, because of the hatred of Hulk and the toxicity of Hulk. That's what they wanted to do. So that's really what the story was. For me, as I said to the person, it is very convenient because he also ended up with the rewards that comes along with making a deal with the server that was burning you. So then you were able to make the deal and come up. So maybe, both truths can be true. Maybe both things can be true. Regardless, I don't know. I don't care, to be honest with you. If 90 wants to hold a grudge, once the season ends, I really don't care. The season is what it is. It was memory. I enjoyed the season. I actually had a fully good season. Whatever. People take away what they can. They watch, they don't watch, they like, they don't like. I can't control that. Nor do I try to be honest with you. That's what I just wanted to make sure they actually reached out to clarify that. So I just wanted to make sure that everybody knew that the information of it was really the reason why 90 was up, fighting and teaming up with 190 at the time of war was due to the hatred of Hulk and the toxicity they considered of Hulk. So, there you go. I will say that. That's it. So, I was going around to go fight 88, fight Eyes, then Eyes. Yeah, okay. Last 2 weeks of the season, there was a whole lot of circling around banks and resetting and constantly hitting 71 in the mud. I don't know what you want, Jason. You want me to high five you? You teamed up. It was 4 against 1. It was a server war. What do you want me to do? I'm not going to sit here and like you for it. I mean, during the season at least. You're teaming up with another team, making it 4-on-1, hitting in the mud. That's what you were doing. I know, because I got hit with plenty of rallies. So I know what was happening. I saw what was going on. And then circling, claiming territory, getting territory, because everybody had to worry about everything else. Maybe you went and had a couple fights with Eyes. You truced with Eyes. I'm sure Eyes did well in 6. They probably made some kind of deals because they ended up with a lot of territory. I don't know what happened with Eyes either. I can only talk about what happened with us and what was very clear what was going on. But like I said, I don't care either. I really don't. You guys made your own decisions how you want to handle the war, what you want to do, how you want to fight. All I can control is whether we had a good time. And we had a good time. And during the season, if you're offended by comments, my bad. In the heat of the moment, I certainly felt that way during the season. And, hopefully you feel that the story got out to why you were teaming with 190 and why you were up fighting Server 71. So at least the story got out and all the information was factual that was said. If I misrepresented any of those details, then please let me know. But that's what was shared with me yesterday, and I just wanted to make sure at the end of the day that it was full transparency in what's going on. I'm not trying to... Okay, I won't be sorry. Really, again, either way, it doesn't bother me. The season's over, I move on. So everybody can feel the way that they feel about it when we did the seasons. So anyway, full transparency. That's what was said to me, and that's what went out, and that's what happened with the war in the servers. So any further clarification that I missed, maybe somebody will message me and tell me, and then I will clarify that as well, because I certainly don't mind putting the information out if it needs to be out. And then that's it. Did they open more servers to transfer? It was clear there was hate for 71. Yeah, that's okay. There was hate for 71. There was clear that the hate for 71 also equaled everybody's best interest of rewards. So it's great. I was told yesterday that there wasn't actually hate for 71 and there was only hate for Hulk. So if now there's hate for 71, then that's new information that wasn't shared from 90. So maybe there was hate for everybody from 71. So maybe before the season, everybody in 90 hated everybody in 71. And now we know that everybody in 71 should hate everybody from 90. There you go. So now you got more clarification for yourself. Okay, good. I only want full transparency as far as what the messages that are going out there. So if 90 hates everybody in 71, cool. That's out. That's out, and that's good to know. All right, so let's catch up now that that's over with, and that said, we're good. All right, I just wanted to make sure you said this. Does QB come to 150? Yes. Welcome in. All right, so welcome in, everybody, so we can get going. Eric, I already said you're not getting another one. Segura, thank you for coming in. Beck, all the teams coming in. Look at this. Gus, welcome in. The Dude Panther is here. And you know what? Welcome in, Jason, anyway. Russick, welcome in. Omar, did they open up more servers to transfer to after Season 5? They sure did, Omar, and I'm going to get into all that information right now. And Wugus, James, no, 7's bad. We ping pong with that, I think, James. Bro, which better... Okay, Susan, we got to pause on the strategy stuff. We're going to be all over the map. Kool-Aid, welcome in. All right, guys, so here's the deal for migration. So first of all, just a tip for you. The reason why migration was not popping up for me, it was for everybody else in that map. I actually, during my season, and know this for all of you that are entering Season 5 or waiting for migration, I was in the middle of the map still when I was trying that last night. And apparently you have to have your base located back in your server in order for that little migration map to pop up. So that's what took place here. All right, so that's why it didn't pop up. Also, servers to migrate to. Yes, for those of you that don't know, I am going to have a ton of this information out there for seat colors and all that on Discord. We talked about it. Also, added a new channel on the Discord for those that are looking for a new home. If you do not have one, there will be a spot on Discord. Just tell everybody that you're looking for a new home, and you'll find it. Hopefully, it helps all the players out there that are like unsure how to tell people that they're looking for a place to go. I ask you, for those WWC community that's in Discord, if you see somebody's name in there and they're in your server grouping, please let your server president know that you know of somebody that's looking for a new home and they can hopefully maybe transfer to your server. Okay, hopefully this gives all those people that are currently uncomfortable in their server or want to get out of their server or whatever, a place to go to seek some help. All right, so there's a channel out there to see your server scores, and there's a channel out there that says if you're looking for a new home. Hopefully both of those things combined will help us during this migration process. Did they open this up? Yes, they certainly did. We used to be, when we started, 69 through 100. Then we expanded to season 4 to 69 to 132. Now we've expanded again, and we are now 69 to 196. Holla. Love it. I love it. I can't get enough of it, by the way. It's phenomenal. All these people in the servers group, man, will you have choices on where to go and what to do. And, don't complain you don't have anywhere to go. Get your server tickets, save them, spend your money, do whatever you got to do. But there are plenty of places to go to continue to enjoy the game. Okay, one thing they did do is they used to have the server stacking information as far as how strong each server was. They took that away now. So they kept the server likes for the server presidents, which I find interesting. But I guess you're going to migrate to the president who has the most likes. Maybe there'll be like a like thing now. All right, so that's it. I am apparently on the border. I am a purple seat. So that kind of changes some things. Anyway, for me, you can see here, 8.5 million was the whale. I guess they're saying for a gold seat, I am a 7.7, so I was not close. I mean, I had another 0.8 to play with. I do know somebody that was 300 was definitely a whale, so I don't know exactly where the line is, where it's drawn. Where am I going? What am I doing? Rein it in, QB. Rein it in. Total hero. Here we go. So I'm 269. So I was sitting here. 69, dude. I was purple seat at 269. Maybe judging by the score, maybe it's 280? 285? I don't know. We'll find out as more information goes. That's kind of our point of trying to get all that information out there. But I'm a purple seat. As you know, I mean, there's obviously problems during the season going on with 71. Let's get into that. Talk about how we got here, where we are anyway. Be full transparency as far as that information goes. And then, as you know, I said I was staying in 71. That was my goal. That's my goal all along, to stay in 71 regardless, really, of what transpires and what happens. So what did happen in 71 during the season? What is all that built up? Well, to understand that, I summarize real quick as far as what happened previous seasons coming in. So when you look at Server 71, I've said it before, won every single server war coming in. They've won 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then they won last year when they won Server 4. They won first and second place. The people on 71, especially FS4 in this entirety, have never had to worry about not getting rewards. They are always used to getting rewards. It's like built into them, right? You have to figure that. So I think with this season, with everybody at FSX kind of making the stand of not wanting to do negotiations and not really caring about the rewards and just wanting to fight, it was a culture shock. It was not necessarily what the server was used to, certainly not what FS4 was used to, or FS4's leadership. They were left, and I think they felt like they were left scrambling, trying to talk to different folks and make deals with different folks when they were just getting built over and burnt over by FSX, who was just like burn, burn, burn. You can go look at week 2. There was no secret of what I made of what our plan was. I mean, we were burning anybody that was in the mud we could. In week, I think, 1 and 2. If you were in the mud, it was the only way to fight. We were just looking for ways to fight. We took one of the banks from like 4 down from FF, trying to just find a bank to take and cause, mischief and fight. And then we ended up with exactly what we were looking for all season. And so it was awesome. But in saying that, I don't think it was awesome necessarily for the FS4 folks. There was some, brutal conversations that were taking place. People quit that were in this server for a long, like the leadership who left us on, because I think, truthfully, when I took a step back, look at it, I think they were frustrated trying to do everything as far as making deals and really The truth is, you just came to the table and look at it. Unlike prior years, there was nothing to do. All you needed to do was enjoy the game. There were no deals. You didn't have to make deals. It was very calm. There was no conversations to have. Don't make them. Don't have them. Don't do that. You don't have to cause your mind to be nuts. Just show up to a bank and fight. That's all you needed to do. Get speed ups and build troops. That's all. That was the whole point. That was the fun of it. But I think everybody got stressed out because, again, everybody was all pent up and worried about rewards. And I understand it's a clash of mentality when you looked at that and what happened. I think then there were, after that, there was some conversations that went on where I think ultimately Hulk was going to come in and take over FS4 because they were kind of left barren. They didn't have any leadership. Hulk was going to lead them. And I don't think they necessarily, at least some of the folks didn't want that to take place and have happened. Because again, I think they looked at it from the aspect of, hey, this isn't what we used to be, and now we're, instead of negotiating, now we're burning everybody. And so I just think it was a different mentality in regards to that happening. Yes, there was the thing about Deerfly that came out, which is so silly, that when it came out and how it came out was absolutely ridiculous. Especially that Chaka did it, to be honest with you. Everybody knows I was been on here that it was 2 years that Deerfly wasn't playing that stupid account. So to come out and say it in the middle of the season when we're it was just so annoying. Like, you already know you were making money off of it by filming every friggin' fight, saying, "Oh, look at CDF. It didn't happen to come up then, did it? For a freaking year, it didn't come up. But now all of a sudden, with 2 weeks in the season, it had to come up. We had to talk about it. Why? Why didn't we talk about it 2 years ago? We told the truth that it wasn't who it was. No, we didn't want to tell it then. Whatever. It's just silly. Deerfly, and it had nothing to do with necessarily how we did. As you could tell, the account was active. The account was playing. There was no problem with that. So really, though, you don't know what happens with the account. Honestly, you don't, because it's been that way for a long time. It's kind of been up and down. So this morning, I just wanted to know and have a coming to try to level this out and bring Hulk. So I started a group chat with Hulk and leadership at FS4 to really start just, hey, what's going on? What are we going to do? What's going to happen? And we did. We had it out. We had it out for a long time. Just conversating and talking about what the possibilities were of the server and what we were going to have happen, what it is. It really was staged. There were folks within my close-knit friends on this game that were concerned about what the future of 71 was really going to look like if things went haywire and went down, and whether they wanted to have that happen. And I don't know. I at the end of the day, I wanted clarification for them. I wanted clarification for the server of at least knowing, hey, what is the server going to look like? Because right now, the way migration started, let's just get it out now. Like, why are we waiting? We got to have this conversation right now today and iron this out. So this morning I started the group chat, brought him to the table, had the conversation and say, listen, really, I understood where we were. I understood where we are now. I enjoyed the way the server was. I think there was definitely a movement of looking at things of like, hey, listen, you have Hulk, you have Deer, you have King, you still have 3 VIP 18s in the account. You can put them in the same team. You have myself. Let me bring up the THP so we can just look at what we still have that we know, right? So you have this. You still have Deer. You still have Hulk. You still have King. You have myself. You have Rich. You have Blackhawk. All these can stay together. Nobody needed to leave from this group. No one necessarily said they were going to leave from this group. G's a completely different conversation, by the way. Did not leave. It's a personal situation. Same with Deerfly, by the way. That's the other thing that this is phrased in. That's a bunch of bullshit to let's just have out. That we're talking about, oh, she left because other people were spending too much money. There were people, the devs. No, Deerfly had there was personal things going on in people's lives, which all of you, I'm sure, know. That people have personal shit that happens in your life that you need to step away from the game. I had to do it during the season. I'm sure all of you have had these moments as well, right? And I'll tell you the truth, you don't need to blare it out there either, that someone has personal shit going on. Maybe they don't want it. It's none of your business. But at the end of the day, that like it has nothing to do with the dead. We're gonna use that it's the deads. It's the it's this the other thing. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's just the truth. It's not. It has nothing to do with that. There's nothing to do with migration. Nothing to do with all this. It has to do with the fact that you're in an old server that has been here for years and won first place every freaking year, and now this year it wasn't going right. Things didn't go straight, and there was already cracks in the foundation prior. There was even, we talk about server 3 when we had successful, when FS4 was all together. The VIP 17 Tyson, he didn't get along with the server. He didn't leave because of any other reason other than the fact that he didn't get along. He was never in FS4 prior to that season. Nobody will tell you that. But Tyson wasn't in FS4 prior to that season. He was in an old another team. He used to talk to me in 71 when I was still on 72 and tell me how he didn't even like 71. He didn't like this, that, and the other. He would have left. He was a gold seat, and he would have left. He was just stuck. And then he went to 99 because 99 had a gold seat open. That they happened. They were a really strong server. 99 created a way to get a gold seat open. I didn't forget how they said they did it, by the way. You might want to talk to 99. I think they tried some trick with the gear, like taking the gear off. I don't know. They tried all that. I don't know if it worked. It didn't work, but they got a gold seat. And so that's why Tyson left. Tyson left in 99 because they were strong. They had a gold seat, and he never was really committed to 71 to begin with. So that's why he left. And so, 71 still had a hardcore core here of what it is, but, there were things that were cracks in the foundation to begin with. Everybody's played this game for 750 friggin' days. So there's plenty of people that are going to just be tired of playing the game. It's going to happen. It's going to happen, especially free to play. Like if you're free to play and you've played for 2 years, or you're a low spender and you played for 2 years on this server and got rewards with FS4, you get to walk away and start another game. You have no commitment here. You didn't even spend any money. You didn't spend money. You could walk away whenever the hell you want. So yes, some people are just going to walk away from the game. It's going to happen constantly. It doesn't mean that it has to be some kind of gigantic, conspiracy reason why people have things going on in their life and they can't commit to a game that sometimes takes a big commitment, by the way, based on your server and what your server's asking you. Be here. I gotta work. Still be online. Do this. Do that. We need you here. We need you there. Like, there's commitments to this game sometimes that after 2.5 years, people will be like, hey, you know what? I've had fun. I gotta go, guys. And maybe they don't play any other game. Whatever it is. You could have marriage issues. You could have a child. You could have so many life events that changes what happened a month ago to what it is now that you no longer have time for this game. Let's be real about it, right? So we can't point to every situation and go, see? It's just, I think you all know it. You all live it. You all play this game. So, it's not like you need proof for that. But yeah, it is what it is, and people were leaving. So you could see we could have one team, right? So the reason why I'm showing you this is because, yeah, viable to have one team, but let's be honest. People are going to migrate. There's going to be people that leave, especially after the nonsense that took place during the season. So there will be some people that leave. There's been people that come in. There's been people that leave. There's a cycle. It's been happening for season after season. The goal is like, hey, let's take these server and the truth is, sure, if you expand server migration and you could bring 100 and 200 people in, that would be great for servers to be able to rebuild and stuff like that. Sure, there's no doubt about that. But let's, as somebody often says, if your aunt had balls, it'd be your uncle. So let's just talk about reality, right? Where are we right now? And that's all we care about. We're in this box. And so how do you make this box work? You don't. It's very difficult because if you're just cycling back and forth and slinking of people leave, people come. People leave, people come. Listen, they expanded. What they did was they expanded the purples now. Remember, I had to go through all that hell to drop from gold to purple to even get here. And now they've made purple 280 hero power, whatever the hell it is. It's so damn high, it's crazy what they made purple. And that's what the game did. So granted, they didn't necessarily expand, but you know what they did? They took the people who spend money on this game, that are purples, and they allowed them to move. That's the next move they made. You don't hear that coming out though, do you? You don't hear that positivity. God forbid we say something good. But yeah, that's what happened. They allow more people, like myself, as purple. I used to be gold. I can't go anywhere gold. But now they made me purple. Now I can move around. So they gave the people that spend money, they allowed them to move around more freely, to populate these servers, because everybody knows these servers have purple spots, right? So that's what happened. So we talked about it this morning, and we weighed everything out. Like, what does it really look like to keep this server running? What does it look like to have everybody here? And honestly, you can pile into one team, but at the end of the day, without the certainty of what's going on with Deer, and my team's point of like, hey, QB, like, honestly, what's going on with Deer? What's going on with Hulk? Yeah, we got to find out. I'll go find out so that we can know, so you guys can, make a good decision on what you want to do. So weighing it out on how to do it. Now, there's another way. There's certainly another way to do it, and other servers have taken this route, and it's actually worked where they've actually gotten a seat. People go and they burn people out of the server. They burn. This is what the game has left you to do. So, like, people will sit there and say your transfer score is very high. So people will say, hey, let's burn the people who don't fight. You burn them, make them leave, get them to migrate, and then the following season it'll lower the server score. That's actually an option. That's what happens, and it's a proven thing that works, by the way. So, and so that's a conversation, by the way, that's going on with a lot of servers, whether you know it or not, behind closed doors. That's things that talks about. But also, it's a public perception. How are you going to look at a server if all you hear is, oh yeah, did you hear what that server did? They just burned 200 farmers, they just burn them, they call them farmers, and they burn the crap out of them until they left, and now they left. How is that server going to be looked at anyway? Especially in the day and age, we're all on YouTube now, we're all watching stuff, we're on Discord, we're talking to one another, transferring information, stuff gets around. Who's going to want to then migrate into that, again, another strike against a server, right? Now they just burned everybody, the public perception. And again, what do I always talk about? You need participation. You need whites, you need blues, you need everybody to come in. So if all those people are looking and go, I don't want to end up burnt, I want to be the next one, then they're not. Then who's going to migrate? Why would they take that chance? They're not. So it's not an option. I mean, it is for servers, by the way. There's plenty that have done it because it's proven. So if somebody tells you to get the hell out because you're going to get burned, listen to them. Believe them. They're not joking. They're not just, they're not just saying it to try to trick you. Like, go, just leave. But anyway, so there's no really option. You're stuck with what you are, and you can keep cycling through the way that's gone on. But it's not realistic. It's just not realistic. And then you look, by the way, at some of these servers. If you look at some of the open servers of like what somebody like Hulk's options are, right? Hulk has options. There's gold servers where one gold that are very strong servers where you can separate one gold, knowing somebody like you don't know what's happening with Deer's account. You don't know what's going on. You split the VIP 18s up, maybe you got to do that, but then you're going to another server that already has a VIP 18, maybe even two, maybe somebody who's on the cusp of being like a mid 17 and an 18, and then somebody comes to be 18. By the way, I don't know if you guys know it, but like the accounts that when you look at 100, all these 196 servers that I looked at, I examined them all. I looked at them all. There's not many people that are this strong in this game. In this server group, I know you see online and you hear Qatar and these golden fighters and 400, 500 million, blah, blah. Sure, they exist. They exist. But I'm just telling you, you look at these 196 servers and see what a common server looks like. Get realistic expectations, people. There are not many people out there that are going to be 450 million in your servers. There's not. Most servers, if they're lucky, have multiple 300 million people. Maybe a high, maybe a mid, whatever. And go look. You don't believe it. I looked at every single server. I know what all of them. I scoped all of them and know what they look like. So just know that's reality. If you're going to migrate and you're looking and you're seeing something like I'm showing you on the screen, or you're watching some kind of nonsense of somebody who's 600 million, or you're watching, everybody likes to, watch, Jason, whatever, all these people, 200s or 220s, like whatever, all these whales that are out there, it's not reality, guys. You're not going to go to a server that has that stuff. You could, I'm just saying it's not common. There's thousands of people looking to migrate to servers. these servers can only take 70, and only a handful you're going to see that have 450. So please don't make your decision based on the fact of, oh, they don't have a 400 million whale, they must not be strong. Don't do that. Don't do that. The servers are again, we've talked about this endlessly, and I will only say this, but servers are more than the VIP teams. There's many servers that are populated with a ton of people, and that's all I can say. Like there's a plethora of other options out there that don't have the strong people as strong. Okay, that's all I'll say. So don't judge that. But so anyway, we came to the conclusion, a long conversation, that Hulk really thought like the best step forward was probably to leave ultimately, and it was a long conversation, and it did not come lightly. If you just say, "Oh, it was going to leave anyway," well, no, that's not the case. The conversation started where he knew I was staying, and he knew we had King there. We have other things going on, but when we started to truth it out, the pros and cons of it, yeah, we ended up to the truth. And that is that it's going to be very hard to populate 71 and make it a great server moving forward. That was the truth of it. And that was the truth conversation. You could think I'm lying. You could think I'm whatever. I don't really care. I'm just telling you. I'm telling you my truth. And believe it or not, I don't give a shit. And so stepped away and said that. I'll tell you another truth. I went back to my main folks that I will not go without playing in this game. I've said it to you time and time again. The people I play with are more important to me than rewards or anything else. It's the people that I play with. Those out there know who it is. And I can tell you that my core group that I have, that no matter what will happen in this game, I will always be. And that is Panther, who came back this season. And man, I miss that guy so much in this game. Like playing this game with that guy, so much. He's awesome. He's a great guy to play the game with. He's strong. He's a freaking violent fighter. And I missed the crap out of playing with him. There is Rich, who probably barely knows YouTube exists, can barely get the guy in Discord. But man, it's awesome. And obviously Ramp, who you guys keep saying, go. And by the way, it's not just me out here doing this account, guys, and putting this together and doing all this work behind the scenes. I'm the front man that you guys see. Throw Ramp a thank you, too, every once in a while. All right? Because I can't do a winter storm without hearing from you, and I appreciate it to death. Appreciate the crap out of it. But I can't tell you how much work behind the scenes that guy does. So throw him a friggin' like a thank you or something, because he does a shit ton of work, and he's silent. He doesn't say anything about it, but man, he is a humble son of a bitch, and great dude, okay? But I'm not playing without these people. I'm not playing without them. I mean, really, like, that's my enjoyment. That's the fun that comes from it. I'm not migrating to another server without them, and I'm not playing without them. So when I approached them and asked them what they think of the situation, the dire, are they going to have entertainment fun? Is this what they want in the server? Because I don't want to make a decision. I said I'm staying. I'm okay. I'll go back on my word. I'll be a hypocrite. I'll be whatever. I'll come out and tell the truth. I have no problem with it. If it's not something that you want to do, I'm not going to drag you through this. So I put it to a vote. I said my vote is to stay. I said my vote is staying. What do you want to do? Do you want to stay? Vote. And at the end of the day, the vote was to not sit on a dead server like we've done in the past, in 72 and 87, and go to a more populated server and be active and fun. So yeah, similar to LeBron making a South Beach decision. Yeah, we're leaving. Yeah. Yep. And said we weren't. I said it. That's on me, not on them. I said that we were staying. And I was prepared to stay. I certainly was. Everybody knows it. I announced it after the season. But I'm not going to drag everybody through a dead server. It's not. It's a personal campaign that I have to go on. So yes, free agent, 100%. We're free. Everybody's out there. So today's been an incredibly stressful day. Conversations through the roof, receiving before anybody even know I had this conversation. Clearly, there must have been something that got out because I don't know. I woke up to like 12 servers that were messaging me. So something got out anyway before it even happened, and then we had this conversation afterwards and ironed it all out. And and the truth, like I said, whether Hoke made the decision earlier or he waited to make his decision as far as leaving. Listen, if you're waiting for somebody else to make a decision, the problem with it is all other servers need to make decisions. They're not going to hold up everything just for you. Like, they got to make decisions. They got to have conversations. It's not fair to them either, right? So even when you do finally hear, if that's what you're waiting for, and that person makes a decision, now you're going to go somewhere. You're not going to have the luxury anymore to do this stuff. So that was really, really what it was. Like what happened, what transpired when we spoke today. So with that, it's been an exhausting day, to say the least, and the amount of conversations that I've had, that they've had. It's been a hell of an emotional ride today, to say the least, to have to leave. And guys, it sucks. I'm just going to be dead honest with you. It sucks. Like, we left 72, we went to 87. We had ideas that something was going to be able to work there. And by the way, I am so proud of that damn move that we made 87, that we finished 6th in the season with the bullshit that happened during that season, and that team to come together and finish 6th was so crazy. Really, all fighting all time, just like somehow double crossed. We weren't even close to in the same thing. We got the short end of the stick. Didn't matter. They still ended up finishing 6th. With all the scrappiness that we did that season. I was so proud of that team. But anyway, it was just 72 to 87, and then it was to 88, and that's to 71. And I vowed finally just to be 71. I don't care. I didn't care about politics. I don't care about anything. I just didn't want to drag the people that are part of my crew, that are part of the team, that have followed me around in this game, and been so goddamn loyal. I don't want to drag them to another server. I really just want it to end. For them, like, it's stressful to have, like, I wish it was just me. If it was just me, it's easy. I can go pretty much anywhere. Maybe not 90. Based on the conversation, maybe not 90, but and probably not 190 because they're part of the group too. I definitely would not be going there. I promise you that. I'd rather uninstall the game. But yeah, I don't know. Like, pretty much go to a lot of places, I bet, especially being purple on the server. Not being egotistical, just saying if I was traveling by myself, you can pick your server and just go your one spot, whatever. But that's not the case. It's not the case. And I would never want that. I would never want to play the game like that. It's not something that I'm into. It's not part of me. It's not what I do. So for me personally, I am... I take a lot of people. I take a lot of pride in caring about the folks, understanding the numbers I can. I've been rejected from many servers who were like, yeah, we're interested. And then I come with that number that I'm bringing, and they're like, oh, I'm not interested no more. And that number, unfortunately, by the way, I'll also tell this story to all you out there who are newer servers who are thinking about playing this migration game and stuff. Number one, the grass is always greener. Guys, this is going to be my 5th server. It's just because shit happens, and you all bear witness to it. I just told the truth of what the hell happened here. It wasn't like we were sitting here and I was burning everybody I was sitting here burning everybody in the server, and they're all like, oh, I can't wait to get QB out of here. You ask people in the server if they think I should leave. I'm sure they're not happy that I'm leaving. Some of them are probably hearing it from the first time now or afterwards, and I'm like not happy about having to tell them. I'm not proud of it, but it is what it is, and it sucks. Grass is always greener. You're always moving over to greener pastures, thinking you're going to a better server, and then shit goes wrong, shit goes sideways, whatever it is, and then, you might have to go somewhere else. And so, it's a lot to leave, and I can tell you that we started when we first migrated from our original server, we had like 70 people that we traveled with. I'm telling you, it was wild. We almost had the whole damn server pool that we went into. It was like 70 of us, and like 40 of another team or something. It was crazy. And then we went to another one, and we couldn't bring all those people to 88. So I think it whittled down to like 40, which is a hell of a lot of people to lose. You lose like 30 people to go to your third server. And then that sucked. And then, people quit along the way anyway, and they go and they have to go their certain ways. They can't blah, blah. And then you're going to another server. So now we went to this one, and I think we whittled down to like, I don't know what was the 71, and maybe it was like 50 or 40 that we went down to. And now it's like 20. Now it's like 20 overall. It's, it's a few purples and a few blues. And yeah, you can't keep moving. It's like moving from home to home. If you're moving from house to house, or you've ever had to go place to place, apartment to apartments, or different things, you start losing shit along the way. That first place you live in or you go to, you overbring things. You bring everything from your original location, boom, you got too much stuff, doesn't even fit. You're like, oh my God, wow, this is crazy. By the time you get to if you've ever had to do this, by the time you get to your fourth place, you are living out of a suitcase. You are ready to roll. You can just pick up your stuff and go, oh no, yeah, I can move tomorrow. Yep, because you're so damn used to it. That's what it's like moving to servers. You start bringing people with you, caring about people, bringing. Before you know it, you look behind you and you're like, where the hell did everybody go? And that's this game. That's what happens. And if you stay in your current place, I can assure you that you will stick with the folks longer than you will if you go. Not to say everybody should. So, not to say everybody should. But that's the truth. That's really, really, really true. I am a server slut. I am, Davey. That's very true. I am. I get around, as Tupac would say. But, yeah, that's it. That's the truth. That's where we are. Don't really know. We're hobos, and we have the back on our shoulder right now. We have the little stick in the bag, and we're going to be moving on. And, I enjoyed my time. I've enjoyed my time everywhere I've gone about this game. I've met different folks. I've learned things from different people about this game. And you meet an amazing group of people no matter where you go. And that's what it's about. So that's what you take from the experience. You may not want to move. You may not go anywhere, but that's what I've taken. And so to say, oh, you must have been torture to be in your time in 71, I would say no. I would say the time that I've been, there are definite times where everybody will tell you and have different opinions that are in our group as far as any place that we have gone where is not their favorite, or they found torture, or they were tortured there. But no, I mean, I've enjoyed every place that I've been to an extent. The people, even people that I may not have gotten along with, was still, at one time you did get along with them and the game was fun. And sometimes it doesn't work out. So it's all right. It's all good. It's all good, and circumstances present themselves where things don't always work out, and you got to move. So it's dead servers. And I'll tell you the other thing about these servers. You have less people playing. With 196 servers, I can also tell you, go through this list of servers and you tell me this game is dead. Because the other thing, I may not tell you that there's 450 million accounts, but I'll tell you, you know what a free-to-play account looks like. You go look at some of these servers and see how many people are in there and how much... cha-ching, cha-ching is what I see. I don't see a game problem. I'll tell you, there are an awful lot of high 200 million, 300 million accounts. Those are not free to play, folks. And even if they were purchased and then bought, at the end of the day, they were built some way, shape, or form through, the game doesn't care. It may have been through 2-3 different hands to make that account as strong as it was. But I can tell you what, I can tell you that there's plenty of money being spent in this game, and I love the fact that they expanded to 196 or 196. That's awesome. Some of you out there that I was talking to, they were like, "Man, it sucks that we'll never get to play the game together." You don't know that. You don't know that. You're in server, 400s, Listen, we went from 100 to 196 in 2 seasons. So I don't know who will end up playing the game, but I can tell you that there are there's 2,000 servers. So at some point this game, we keep adding people and going through this stuff. There's going to be. So anyway, that was the emotional roller coaster of the day. That's true. That's what happened. It is what it is. And yeah, that's it. All right. So now I don't know what all you've been saying out here. If there's anything wild that I missed, I don't know. Let's see. You had some season 5 questions, I think. 96, 107, 105, 178 all got together against 150. Deals were definitely made in season 5. Yeah, that's gonna be the story, Gus. I mean, that's all good. That's what it is. You have to decide. You're gonna be part of the deals. You're gonna get the rewards, or you're gonna play. 71. Scott said 71. It was so much fun with everyone coming at us. You're damn right. You're damn right. It really was. I don't know. I think everybody wanted us to, like, oh my God, they must be miserable. They must whatever. And little did they know, it's like, it's fun. Open them, skill check, craft them into children. You take some time. That's okay. I here you go. You want me to see? I don't think I have anything. Oh, I do have. You want to see my purple chest? You want to see my chests? Is that what you're getting at? Is that what you're getting at? Talk. I have to look and see. I don't even know. Oh, you know what's funny? Actually, for my skill chips, we can go look at these, see how many actual golds I'm going to get out of my purple chest. I did finish now 8 stars on all the air, so we are on tank. We're trying to get tank to 8. All right, let's see. We got purple. How many golds? How many golds? All right. Well, I don't want to. I'll tease you with the purples. Let's do the green. How many golds from green? Any from green? No. Any from blue? Any golds? 250 apiece going once. Go. No. Uh-oh. Okay, so 33 golds. I'm going to get 5. Maybe 6. I guess 5. Okay. 1, 2. Oh boy, that's not good. You're gonna give me a poor reputation again. I was getting so many before, and now everybody's gonna say, "See, you don't get shit from purple." Damn, that sucks. The last one I had, whatever. Hey, by the way, for all you that I did get 6 from like 20 or 25C, you said I was only getting that because I spend money in the game. There you go. I only got 2 that time. That's the lowest I've ever gotten from purple. So, maybe the devs don't like the WWC. I don't know what to tell you. All right, we got to go to 8 here. We're going to the middle. I need 5 of the. Wow, it's so weird to build tank ships. I've been playing this game for 2 years. It was probably over 2 years, 750 days. It was probably 2 years ago that I. And at that time, you couldn't even build your own chips. So you know what? To be honest with you, this may be the first tank chip I ever built. Ever in the game. Even though everything else just came from earlier in the game, or it was random chips. That's wild. That's wild to say, but it's so true. To do tank chips. Wow. All right, so we need 5 of these. I don't know if we're going to be able to get them. Tank here. 2. Nope, 3. Okay, that's all right. It is what it is. Oh, by the way, season 5. It was funny because somebody said we were playing somebody in versus. They said Ty 91. Sammy's victim. They were like, oh, they're our opponent. We have we made a deal. Somebody made a deal with Ty to like not interfere in the season, right? Speaking of 184, how could I talk about? I talked about season 5, and thank you to 184 because I know 190 reached out to them to help as a versus opponent in our final war. They didn't. 184, shout out to you, class act people, to allow the fights to take place as they're supposed to. But yeah, like it's so wild. So wild to look at versus during the season. Like, I just didn't care. I didn't even, it was kill event, and I forgot. I didn't even look at who my opponent was. The season going on, I don't have time. I open up all my chests. That's all I do. I come in here and I open up my chests. That's all I do. And then I don't even look at who we're playing. I don't look at the score. I don't look at anything. I don't know if you all are the same out there, but I do not pay attention to versus other than opening the chests and getting the rewards from the chests. I don't give a crap about about versus during the season. So, but I don't want to say don't have versus during the season because, man, everybody wants those chests. The chests are great. So please, let us keep getting our rewards. I'm just saying the opponent doesn't really matter. So if before, I'll actually give you a strategy. If I were you before going into Season 5, I would just drop to gold. I wouldn't even be diamond. Don't even go into Season 5 as a diamond. Just stay gold through the whole thing. Just get your regular rewards, and then you don't have to worry about stronger opponents during kill events coming into the server and trying to go after you. A lot of the gold servers, I almost did it again. I almost said people are cheating. I almost did it again. They found the loophole of the dead bases that they use, and they shield up on kill event. A lot of the golds, they just shield up on kill event, and they don't even fight. They won't even come over. So, honestly, you have enough opponents to fight in Season 5. Well, some of you will have enough opponents to fight in Season 5. You don't need a strong versus Diamond League opponent to be popping into your Season 5 and attacking you while you're also trying to take another bank or a city or whatever. So, yeah, my best advice to you would be like, hey, you have a whole off-season you could be Diamond League or whatever you want to be. Going into the season, why bother? There's no benefit. The rewards aren't that crazy of a difference, and you save yourself from having tougher opponents. So yeah, I would say drop. That's what I would say. No reason to put the lights out in versus during the season, especially because you're other ways to spend your resources and do things other than versus at that time. Off season comes, do whatever you want. You're gonna have Meteorite. You're gonna have, we're gonna have hopefully another Desert Storm Brawl. There's so many things that we could do in the off season to the fighting, but from a versus perspective, I wouldn't bother. But yeah, I mean, I'm pretty much, I was done. By the way, for all of you that aren't in here, did you guys the new claim all thing that they have for the radar? How awesome is that, huh? It's incredible. It's so cool. For all of us that just sit here and have to do all the tasks, oh my god, it's so great to just be able to click a button and claim everything in here. Oh man, it's so great. For 2 years, you just sit here and click stuff, and it takes forever to do these radars. So nice that they make some of these tasks so much easier. That transpire and take place. Okay. Good. I never transferred. I think a great server. David, what do you got? Based on some of the horror stories I've heard. I don't know what server. Well, Dave, you got to say what server you're in. I don't know. What server are you in? Give at least props out to your server. You just complimented your server. Give it a shout out, my man. Give it a shout out. How are you a purple? I am 230 THP and I'm gold. Uh-oh. We're causing drama. I don't know, James. I don't know what to tell you. But I am Arrow QB a purple. Yep, QB's a purple. No way, can you show, please? I just joined the stream. You just joined? Do you want me to start? You want me to start over again? All right. So during the season, server 90. No, just kidding. Arrow, yeah. Like, hold on. All right. The score. Where the heck is it? It's over here somewhere. Oh yeah, right here. My status, right? Right there. Purple, my man. I'm purple. Purple. Oh, I'll tell you something else. You want to know something? high or low of purple. What the hell does it matter? It's purple. A high purple, low purple. Who gives a shit? I mean, I don't know. It's a mid purple, I guess. It's a high purple, I guess. 3.4 is a purple to 8.5. But you want to hear something really strange? Here's one for you. So total hero power, we have somebody that's a purple, and there's people in front of them. Same server. Look at this. You guys, this is wild. And we wrote customer service about it. All right, so look. You have Panther here, who's a blue. Ramp is a blue, right? Chunky is a purple. You do the math. I have no clue. We wrote customer service. The response from customer service was awesome. It basically said, yeah, you're a purple. Oh, we understand other people aren't. Have a good day. It said something like, we don't change scores or we don't change anything after the fact. There was no help whatsoever. But he is, Chunky here is a purple, and Ramp, who's 3 million hero power in front, is a blue. Activity, what do you think? Ramp wasn't active? Ramp was in every single war. Ramp couldn't have been more active. It was crazy. I mean, I have no clue. It just makes no sense whatsoever. I don't know how they're doing it. It's not just THP, and they said it's, buildings, it's this, it's that. The other thing, I don't know, maybe Chunky's working on his buildings like crazy. I don't know what's going on. But it'll just show you that you can have that happen to you, where people in your own server may be the next color than you are from just THP. So we're going to do our best to show you everybody's kind of chair, where they are, where they land. But it is what it is. But we'll do our best in Discord to show you so you guys can know that. Because administrative transfer, assuming what you say is true. Assuming what I say is true. That's right. Your activity during season. In Season 3, I had a guy lower than me at 30 million total hero power, also gold, and someone higher than him is purple. I don't understand it. I don't know how I really don't know how they calculate it. Like, there's been so many rumors that when they're taking the snapshot of it, when they're doing this. I tried to game the system for multiple seasons. The only thing that I found that I was able to do was to drop my score on purpose, was to just not do anything and keep everything in my inventory. Because at least from that perspective, you don't open it, so it doesn't count for anything. If all your power is sitting there in inventory, nobody can know that the power even exists because you haven't opened it. So try to put your power in your inventory, and you can lower your score and up your score. And hopefully what we'll be able to show you is how much you can lower and raise that server. Or raise that score by looking at the shares on Discord. You think Chunky was saving and they counted his RSS that he had? I don't know. Listen, his resources? I don't think so. I don't think so. Oh, listen. I guess it's a possibility, Bellico. If they watched my videos and they tried to see how I game the system, it's very possible. It's very possible. I just don't. I don't know how they could calculate it. But they could, because for example, it depends on, let's say I had 40 gold decorations. You don't know where I'm going to put those gold decorations. If I don't push the next gold decoration to the next level, it's worth total different power if I spread those out and don't raise one level, then, you know what I mean? So it's going to be different power. So I don't know how you necessarily can just look at the inventory and blindly take it. For power, you can do guesstimates, I guess. The game can do anything they want. And they're not good for the, I think everybody knows. So one thing about Last War is instruction manuals aren't the strong suit. So I don't know. All I can tell you is what I know. I personally have always thought that it had to do with you being on a server. When I was in server 72, when I was first leaving, I was a gold. And I couldn't believe I was a gold because I looked around at other people and I was like, are you kidding me? Like, people like Hulk are golds. That makes sense to me. Why am I Crazy Deerfly's a gold? Why am I a gold? Like, what are you making me a gold for? I'm not a whale. I was, whatever I was in 72. I certainly wasn't anywhere close to these people. And they made me a gold. So I felt like because I was on my server, which all had lower scores, and we didn't have a whale, it actually made my chair higher to be a gold. That's how I felt at the time, and I don't know if they gamed that system and changed that around. But then you had, when I went to 87, I thought for sure when I was on 87, I was like, I didn't spend nearly as much on purpose. I was like, I'm going to drop my score a little bit. I'm going to take my gear off. I'm going to do all the tricks of the trade to drop me to a purple because I was going to move. And you know what? I left 87. I was still a friggin' gold. I was like, you guys are killing me right now. I'm a gold. I wrote customer service. I was like, how could I'm nowhere near these other people. No, you're a gold, blah, blah, blah. So then I moved on. So then that's when I went to 88, and that's what I tried to change and drop my seat color, and it worked. I put everything in inventory. If they fixed that and they gamed it, I don't know. But it just seems to me like the server that you're in, based on the people that are also in your server and looking at your overall server, it would seem to me that there's some kind of the takeaway from there that you end up being higher. I don't know. But just know that that's the case. And like I said, on Discord, we're going to do our best to share with you the scores that we can from other people and other servers. Please go out there and share your own seat color and help everybody out. Thank you to all the people that have already done it. There are a ton of shares already out in Discord from all the servers. And I imagine as people continue to go through their Season 4 and Season 5, we keep populating those. I'm going to try to put it on a spreadsheet to make it a little bit easier for everybody to read the total hero power and the seat color, but just try to get the knowledge out there for everybody so you can kind of tell, because I know that's one of the big aspects of the game we try. Knee clapper, this guy in that name, man, one of the best names on Discord right there. Knee clapper. Oh my God, what's up, man? Good having you in. And by the way, Free Switchblade was here last night. And we never got an update on Switchblade. So we missed that. I don't know why he was avoiding giving us an update, but we wanted to know what's going on with Switchblade. Hashtag free Switchblade. So it would be nice to know. Chunky, where's Chunky in kills? Season 5 kills. Oh, what do we got here? We got patch notes. We're still getting updates, by the way. We're done with the season and we're getting updates. City protection time has been adjusted from 7 days to 6 days. Okay. High noon with entry deposit optimization to improve matchmaking success. PvP matches with entry deposit will only be available during 3 times. Oh my God! They won't let you bet at any time anymore. They're gonna make you pick certain battle times for high noon. Come on. Capital awards optimization. The awarding list now includes members alliance positions. Affiliate awards on flying duration. Okay, I don't know. I guess people were asking for that, so you got it. Stronghold under attack notification. Stronghold has been optimized to ensure. Okay. All right. So see, I mean, look, guys, the amount of updates that we had, it's all tracked in here. Look at this. This is just from the season. This is what I was talking about. Poor Eric. Poor the OGs from the original servers. They have to play with all the original rules before any of this stuff gets adjusted. We got some of it. We just get a little bit of it. But I mean, the OGs have to deal with a lot of nonsense to be the original guinea pigs of this. So God bless y'all for doing that. Well, a matter of fact, one of the bigger ones, what was the Caffeine Institute? What did it need to be? I know they dropped that. Protection. Oh, yeah. You couldn't start before. You couldn't start the construction of it or raise it past, level 10 or something, right? I think. Or was it just construction overall? The requirements have been... Oh, no, yeah. So you can take your protector field to 10 and you can't go past it. And now they reduced the caffeine factory to level 50. It used to be you had to cap out the caffeine factory before you can raise the protector field. Smart move by the protector field. Again, by the way, great job creating protectors to begin with in this game. Awesome work. The way that they make people stronger to be able to beat other people. Protector field rallies. Holy shit. What a game changer this game created with those. So cool. So great by the developers to do that. Really makes somebody who's sitting there who's 55 million or 60 million, makes you so potent together when you can have protector field rallies. Just awesome. Awesome work. Awesome work by the game to come up with those and give a benefit to people who want to kill, to give them protectors. Like, you got to kill to get protectors. Love it. Love that too, to have you earn them. And speaking of, so we're coming in here looking at the season contributions. What did total kills? What is chunky on here? Told you, Ram. See that? 44 million. There, chunky. Yeah, 22 million. So there you go. There you go. Kills. Oh god, so much fun. So much fun. Yeah, so I don't know to explain the ups and downs of the total hero power, but it is what it is, okay? So you get out there. All right. So what's your total? What's my total kill count? I don't know. I was like 60 million, I think, before the season. I think I was 60 million before the season. I don't know. Individual kills. 71 now. 71 million for kills. Jesus Christ. I think I got 11 million this season. I had just went over 60. I don't know, maybe like a few weeks before the season. So yeah, it's kind of crazy. Kind of crazy to think that. But man, that ain't shit anyway. 60 ain't, man. There were some folks I was seeing. I mean, you look at somebody like Hulk. Oh, you saw Hulk. Whatever Hulks were, Hulks and Crazy Deerfly. Their kills are ridiculous. When you look at some of these people, look at this. 148 million, 123 million. There was somebody in one. There are 100 servers after us. 100. There was like 184. I had seen that main dude from 184. He was huge. He was this guy. What a picture, by the way. I gotta tell you, just straight up badass picture. You know what I mean? Like, this guy is something else. But this guy's kills were. Let me see where his kills are. I'm a fan of this team. They reached out. They were a team that reached out, by the way, to recruit. So they're definitely they're in the running. Total hero power. Where's your kills? My bad. Yeah, look, he's 143 million. He's where Crazy Deerfly is, but don't forget, he's 100 servers later. Crazy. It's wild. Yeah, I like these guys. I like the server. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows what happens? You know, free agency is a free agency. What are you gonna do? 501. Yeah, I've seen crazy login increase. I know if someone deletes an account recently, is that taken into account for transfer? If someone deletes an account recently, is that taken into account for transfers? I don't know what you mean. You mean like a server score? If they delete their account from a server score, they have to actually delete their account. I don't know though. I don't know if that impacts server score. I would imagine it would, but I don't know. And the developers wouldn't be straight with you. I don't know. Boring for me. 143.6. It shows on his profile. Oh, you're right. You're right. It does on top right. Fair enough. Thank you, Arrow. All right. So I have a couple things that I need to get to here. There were people because these they might have already expired. I was gonna get to them. Yeah. See, some of these reports, my bad. Like they've expired. I didn't even get a chance to pull them up. Oh, okay, good. We still got some. That people were sending over to me. I'll ask some people to resend because I apologize with the season going on and what we had. Sunday was a crazy day. This day's been all transfers. I have not been able to look at battle reports the way that I normally study and do them. So I want to look at them. But let's look at what we got for reports. Let's see what people are sending me here so we can just take a look. This looked like 4-1 on tank. Okay, air tank. Air 66 62. So 62 beat 4-1 tank. Murphy in the front versus Murphy in the back. Lucian. Oh, wow. Okay. All right. This is wild. All right. So I know why he won. Look at it. 62.2 million. You guys can all see it, right? Oh, I don't know. It might be the thing. It might be buffering out a little bit on you. That's on my end, by the way. It's not your end. Every once in a while, YouTube does this nonsense. I think the developers call them. But look at this. So if you guys are wondering, the reason why a 62.2 million beat a 66.1 million, I don't need to dive crazy into this to find out the reason. This is crazy. So you have Diva. Who's missing over here? No Sarah. You got 4-1, but you left Carly in instead of Sarah. So you got no Sarah, no Morrison, and you went with Carly instead. And you put Carly on the right, which is a waste. These are completely switched, right? Or is this mirror? I'm sorry, this is mirror, right? Because this is Carly next to Overlord. All right, so then you got Diva, and you got Lucius in the back with Murphy and Skylar. The numbers, though, with Sarah's buff is going to be way better than using Carly in this battle. Way better. I actually like Murphy in the back better and Lucius over, but regardless, let's see. I'll show you that video, and I bet you look at that. Not only lost. Look at this. Not only how embarrassing. Not only lost by 4 million here, but also 5 exclusive weapons to 4. Still lost because of Sarah. Not the gear. Gear would be the first thing you look at. Nope. Not the gear. Not surprised. Not surprised. Oh my God, way stronger too. I mean, that's a big difference though. Normally I don't look at the drone level, but 31. That's a huge difference. Wow, this is a terrible loss. I mean, whoever this is, please contact them and tell them to switch their lineup ASAP. This is not a good. Look at this. They beat him at every single thing they spent money on, and 62% for air mastery to 43%. This is a wild loss. This is a wild loss. A little bit in the deco, maybe a little bit in the cards. Yeah, I mean, it's a really good chunk you're making up by the cards. But, I mean, still, the wall's high. I mean, this is crazy. This is crazy. Just get Carly out of the line. Put Lucius in the front. Switch them. And if you're not going to use Sarah, then use Morrison. Even without his exclusive, by the way. Even without the exclusive, that 4+1 card, it's going to be great. But I'd be booting Carly before I sit there and boot Sarah. And numbers will probably tell the story. Yeah, numbers tell the story. How the hell you think you end up Diva, who's 4 million power less in this thing? You look at Diva's 47 million. That's all from Sarah. Sarah's cooking. That's crazy. You lost 15 million from from doing Carly instead. What'd you get out of it? You're looking at this. I mean, you're pretty much square. 8.5 million from Carly. You still got 6.8 from Lucius anyway. It's just everything else that Sarah's buffing is better. 10 million you're getting out out of Skylar, and you're getting a 15 million more out of Diva. Yeah, I would not be doing this lineup. So I'm not surprised. 4 million difference. That's probably why I sent that over. What's this one? Same person? Oh no, okay. 55.7. Is this somebody else on the same team who's doing it? Okay. Wow, this is an impressive victory right here, huh? Murphy and that no gorilla. And Murphy in front is cooking. That's good stuff. Because here you got again though, Carly. They don't have 4+1. This is 4+1. You're all 30 out for your exclusives. Lucius is still level 20 over here. That's oh, okay, forget it. It's a gear difference anyway. Yeah, you made up a lot, but I mean that's a giant gear difference. Gear's always number one. I always tell you that. Gear's number one. Oh, the skills suck too. Skills are way behind. The gear is way behind, and your exclusives are behind. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot to make up, no doubt. But don't forget, you had a gorilla who's taken some of that. So it's the difference is some of it's gorilla. Look at the overlord difference. See what I mean? It's all I told you. It's all cooked in the gorilla right here. It's a 7 million difference in gorilla. There's a big difference between if you had no gorilla in this fight and there was a 9 million difference versus adding the gorilla and telling me there's a 7 million difference in a fight. It's just an enormous difference. It's apples oranges. This battle right here is apples oranges. You can't take much from it. You can't take much from this battle. It's a mismatch. Mismatch with that. I don't care where else the advantages came from. Doesn't much matter when your main advantage. I guarantee you that they had advantage somewhere because that gorilla's 7 million. That deco's pretty good though. There's some advantages here. That's some pretty good deco. 5.5. Yeah, you got the advantages in tactic cards. Plus you got 4+1 in effect. This person's got 4+1, not even using it. Yeah, I think this is a bad one. This is a mismatch. First one was really good. To showcase that one not so much. Pegasus. Great work though. Yeah, these are no good. No bueno. They expired on me. I'll get some more. I'll have to get some more. Apologize. Shimmers, I know you were sending stuff to me as usual. So what do I got? Level 30 exclusive here. Oh yeah, level 30 Morrison. And level 30 Stetman. Oh, tank first. Oh, a victory. I like it. I like it. Tank beaten air. I like it. Dead even. Look at that. Man, oh man. This is going to be fun to see in the off season. With those battle cards gone, will that be the same? But man, look, that is so good. This is a level 30 Stetman versus a level 30 Morrison. And this is a tank beaten an air pretty much equal. We'll dive into some of these other stats and see, but that's really fun. That's good stuff. Yep, gear's right. Gear's looking good. Okay. I mean, I would like to see. I wish this battle had Sarah instead of Carly. Or, yeah, like Sarah instead of Carly right there. Maybe. Or even like 4+1 with Murphy. That would have been good to see if 4+1 right here versus lineup would have worked. That would have been fun to see. But either way, like, listen, you wouldn't have questioned that, or we wouldn't have had any conversation about this prior to Stetman's exclusive 30, because you know this would have been a blowout. This would have been a blowout if this tank squad was 75 million or 76. This air would have beaten it in the off season. So I don't want to hear about any of that anyway. Skills are evil and pretty much. 200. Okay, yeah. Look at advantage. Advantage here by 20. This will tell you too. I always tell you, you don't put too much stock into that level. 200 is a good little bump, so good to make it to 200, but it's not going to be a battle winner. Especially since the chips are better. The chips are better anyway. Look at that. Probably making a ton from those chips. Yeah, Gorilla. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, 1%. Let's see. What do you... Air Mastery is 100 and Tanks Mastery is 100. That's all I want to see. That's correct. What do you... Defense and your Siege. Siege and Defense. Probably all the power out of those. So, again, that's not the difference. Look at the Deco's pretty even. Tactic cards, you got the advantage. Not by much, though. I mean, you know, here and there, a 5% from the counter. Oh, okay. Get some. You got some morale boost going on here. Definite difference here. You got a bump. That's a big 1.4. Yeah. Everything else pretty even. That morale boost is pretty good. Through the tactic cards, battle cards, but either way, that's why I say we got to take all these things with a grain of salt, just a little bit, because we have to have those battle cards in the off season removed. But this is impressive, everybody. Again, Statman 30. Statman 30. Good stuff. Good stuff. Let's see. Statman's doing just fine. Now he's... Let's see the Overlord die. Yep. Oh, there he goes. There he goes. See, there's the problem. That's everybody's complaint right there. You saw it. As soon as that defense... As soon as that gorilla dropped, Statman just was getting leveled. He was good as long as he had someone in front of him. But look at that. Holy Nikes. Look at that power. 44 million damage. Kim, 33 for Kim and 44 for Step. Jeez. Crazy. That's wild. Man. Good stuff. Good report, MZ. Good report. Oops. Good report, man. He's always got these killer reports. Great stuff. You got anything in here? No, these are all too bad. Again, I'll get some of these back. Oh, all right. There we go. Got a couple of them at least. This is... Okay, this looks like season... Is this season 4? Okay. Tank with Adam against Missile with Lucius. I mean... Yeah, what are you going to tell from this? What am I mean... I don't know what I'm getting for this. This is like 20 million mismatch. What's our takeaway here? Oh, that's right. You wanted to know why the enemy received 0 troops died. Yeah, I did respond to you about this. So the defense always gets 0. You always when you're defender, you get 0%. Base attack defender gets 0% death rate. The only time this changes, and you see this, because people were asking for this before, like why some people you're fighting, you end up dying, and some people you don't. A lot would be from the drone. If you look at the drone, if it's 250, you could be getting troops dying from defending. So typically when you're the defender, you're not losing anything. And when you see some of them, go look at the drone. And the 250 is plus 5% enemy units death rate in PvP battles. So oftentimes, if you are seeing a base defense and you see your troops dying, check if their drone was 250. That's likely where it's coming from, if you see it. Now, I don't know if there is also additional in tactical for that, if there's a death rate or not. These are all boosts. Boosts. Conversion rate. I don't see anything about death. Drone skill. Drone level cap increase. I guess I don't know. I'd have to look at people's drones when they go, because I know obviously the drones can go up to 300 now. I have to take a look at a drone report, or the drone, the actual, like, I'd love to see this. I'll get this from somebody, maybe Hulk or somebody, where they'll show me, because ours are normal folks, only go up to 250. We don't see what the other things they may be getting at 260, 270, 280. I don't know if there's other bonuses that they're getting. So I'll reach out to see if I can get a picture of the 300 to see if we're losing anything by that too. But anyway, typically, if you're seeing the death rate, that was one of the issues and questions that came up earlier that had. So I will get more. I will get reports back. We'll get back on track with that, because we need to do more battle reports. I'm sorry. I wish that some didn't expire, and I was able to get to some of those faster. So let me settle down for some of this stuff over the next couple days, figure out where the hell I'm going to live, and then get rid of my homeless problem. And then I will figure out some battle reports. I have some cool stuff lined up for everybody that's coming down. I'm gonna start giving you guys like report cards almost on where you can improve your team and stuff. So I'm gonna be picking a couple people to start with, and then I'll be doing a certain. But I'm not like for money, by the way, for free. I don't care. I'm not gonna charge anybody for it. I'm not looking to make a living. I'm looking to help. So I think like I'll be able to analyze and stuff, look at the reports, and I want to give you feedback on your report. I'll give you the feedback and what you should improve and where you can, and like where your next upgrades are and stuff like that. I'll give it to you right on your report so you have it, to give you more feedback. So that way a lot of these things, these reports, don't go unnoticed. You'll actually get feedback, and we'll hook up on Discord so I can provide some of that. Just trying to figure out how to like do that. Coming up though. It's a 2026 item that I want to do. So it'll be coming soon. Also, some videos coming out soon. I know I owe you the Morrison exclusive, but also we're going to get back into tech. I want to finish some tech videos. I have a resource I want to get to from a resource video and stuff. I know Eki's making the video on, going to be working on some videos for Season 2, which she just got out of and stuff. Try to help those folks early on from Season 2. I'll have a Season 5 recap. I just want to close that out. Just to give tips. Don't worry. There won't be any more crap talking about Season 5 or whatever. It's really, I'm telling you, it's behind, it's rear view mirror shit. It's more to really just help everybody out, strategy-wise, what to expect, stuff like that you can work on, be better, a lot, like tactic card stuff, like tactic card videos and, small strategically, like expectations going into Season 5 maybe. On what to expect, what to do, stuff like that. But other than that, that's where we'll start and get back on track. I'll be back on Wednesday. We'll do some Hero Day stuff, get some more battle reports, reach out to these folks, get them to refresh some of the battle reports so we could talk about them. Definitely want to see some more Stetman 30s versus Morrison 30s. Man, I'm eating that up. So if you got Stetman 30 versus Morrison 30s, I want to see him. Also want to see, by the way, don't look past. I want to see Morrison 30 against Fiona 30s. I want to see those airs and the missile battles out there. 4+1, non-4+1, whatever it is. I want to see all that shit. Really, because I think we can dive in and talk a lot about the exclusives once we see. And we have, what do we got? That's the server transfer. We got 5 days. I think one of these battle cards, I think they're 5 days, right? I think these battle cards will be expiring. Yeah, in 5 days. So use them while you got them. Smoke them when you got them. But you got 5 days to use these battle cards, and then they're all gonna go bye-bye, and then we can really look at what stuff looks like. No offense, but it's gonna look like. Actually, some of these battles that I had here, that I set up with some of my teams, that I set them up regular, so I'll be switching my format and what I have to going against some of these teams. I did a regular, just to let you know what they looked like on day one, and I'll compare these as we go forward, because I really wanted to look at some of this stuff. Scarlet in my team here, I'm using, and that's just a tank, straight tank, or that's over here. Tank, I got the 4+1 air going, and then I got the missile going. Now, what's really going to be cool about this, the reason why I bring this up, is because the first week we get battle cards 4+1. Now we're going to get to see some of these reports to see the true difference of battle cards versus no battle cards. And by the way, that goes for all of you out there too. You don't have me doing all the work. I want to see some of your battles and stuff that you have. Look at your reports this week. You have some cool stuff. I want to see it when it's compared to next week when you don't have the battle cards. So go ahead and take some screenshots of what you have too, or send some battle reports so we can take a look at them, because, just not my level. I want to see everybody's level and what these battle cards are really doing so we could talk about it from the community. All right? All right, everybody. That is enough for today. I'm exhausted. Enjoy the rest of your Monday. Thank you all for coming. Appreciate you. Talk to you soon. QB18 out.